Hello and welcome to Chalk Talk. I'm Melody Swang. At a principals meeting, Deputy Superintendent Ollie Tyler with the Louisiana Department of Education spoke to administrators. She shared the vision of State Superintendent of Education Paul Pasternak to build a world-class education system for all the children of Louisiana. Deputy Superintendent Ollie Tyler took the opportunity to communicate to the administrators the State Department's vision for public education.
It's simple. It says to build a world-class education system for all of the children in Louisiana. Our vision is simply stated, but I want you to know that I do understand that it is no easy task. However, it is one that we feel must be fulfilled.
Ms. Tyler discussed the steps to fulfill these goals. One is additional funding for the LA4 program, a program that offers early childhood development and care classes for free to qualifying pre-kindergarten students.
We all realize that if we can get to the young people as early as possible, the opportunity for success for our children is going to be so much better.
Another goal is to ensure literacy and numeracy for all students. Ms. Tyler stressed the importance of this initiative.
We know, quite frankly, that if our children cannot read, then they cannot learn.
Ms. Tyler also shared her thoughts on high school redesign, a program that requires all high schools to redesign their programs so that all Louisiana students graduate from high school prepared to succeed.
We know that by increasing the rigor and relevance, and let me add relationships of our high schools, more of our students will be prepared for college and ultimately create a stronger workforce for the state of Louisiana.
Ms. Tyler believes that the State Department must assure delivery of a high-quality education for all students in every school and knows it cannot be accomplished without the local stakeholders' involvement.
We understand that we need your support and your involvement and your commitment if our children are to be successful. And we need you to be a voice and be informed as we move forward together. We're here to help you serve the children, and together we feel that in Louisiana we can create that world-class education system.
Ms. Tyler is the former superintendent of schools in Caddo Parish. Clearwood Junior High invited parents and grandparents into their school recently to show how technology is used during the school day to promote learning. They did this through a grant they received from the National PTA to promote parental involvement in their school. And the amount of the award held a very significant meaning.
We received a grant for $1,897, which is the year that the PTSA was founded.
The topic of the grant was Take Your Family to School Week, which the National PTA designed to help promote family involvement in the life of a 21st century student. Clearwood Junior High's winning application outlined an entire week of activities to be held at the school, which encouraged family members to visit and learn more about the many programs and technologies being offered at Clearwood Junior High.
It was very innovative, and it really brought home, from our standpoint, what we were trying to express through Take Your Family to School Week.
As a result of receiving the grant, parents and grandparents were invited to come to school to see firsthand what learning in the 21st century looks like. Family members witnessed students actively engaged in learning using the latest technologies.
And the technology doesn't just include the computer. It includes our Promethean boards, it includes our high-tech calculators, it includes our microscopes.
Guests also visited the Career Lab, where students rotated between workstations. Each workstation represented a certain career path. Students then experienced selected activities associated with each career. This introduction gives students an opportunity to think about what learning academy they may want to enroll in while in high school.
For example, we have the electronics station, we have the computer-aided station, graphics, animation, health, construction, where they actually are building bridges and houses, and we have weather station, which they do like because of the storms and stuff in the area.
The Career Lab is just one of the many hands-on activities that students participated in that had a practical application for getting students to think about their future. Sierra Hanna, an 8th grader at Clearwood Junior High, explained the objective of the Career Lab.
To help you with your career choices and what you want to be.
The emphasis for the entire week was to stress the importance of family participation in the education of children.
Decades of research have shown that students will achieve when their parents are more involved in school. And it is something that National PTA has brought home and worked toward all of our history. For 111 years, it has been our main mission to help parents become more involved in their child's education by giving them resources and information and helping to develop programs that give them the ability to become more involved. When our parents are involved in school, when our communities are involved, our students realize greater achievement.
Clearwood Junior High is the only school in the state to receive this award. As you just saw at Clearwood, parents and grandparents are often invited into schools to observe how technology is impacting teaching and learning. Now, as a result of a Learning to Last a Lifetime community outreach program, the St. Tammany Parish Public School System is offering community members 50 years and older classes to learn basic computer skills. The goal is to help community members use technology more effectively, but for many of the participants, their goal is to learn the technology that their children and grandchildren already know.
You attach some pictures to an email, and we sent them.
It's the wave of the future. I mean, you really need to know this.
It's the wave of not just the future, of right now.
At the Instructional Technology Center in Mandeville, a group of citizens over the age of 50 were taught basic computer skills, including creating Word documents, organizing folders, emailing, safe internet surfing, and digital photography use. Each participant finished with a new sense of technological advancement and skills that they've never had.
I'm using the minimize at the top, which means it's going down to my bar down here.
Adults 50 and over missed out on technology, and so I saw a need and was inspired by them, and so opened up the classes.
My 7- and 8-year-olds that would come over to my house and they'd make fun of me. You don't know how to turn on the computer, and I didn't.
I didn't know how to open up files and make a folder. So now I have a Judy folder.
Your computer software will allow you to edit your pictures.
All of the teachers have a well-structured curriculum and often field many questions, such as, what are the numbers on the right-hand side of the keyboard for? And how do I not get mad at my computer?
It's scary. I mean, you sit in front of it and you say, all right, now what do you do? And then you do something and you say, well, how do I undo what I just did? So you have to call somebody, and it's so simple once they tell you how to get out of the mistake that you just did.
The teachers here were wonderful.
Wonderful. Been very well organized.
The school system hopes that by the end of the Learning for a Lifetime outreach program is completed, they will have taught over 300 adults the basic computer skills. Bill doesn't believe he'll be the greatest at it, but he hopes that it'll be enough to keep his grandchildren from laughing at him.
Anybody that does not know how to use a computer, and this is available, again, should definitely try to come here to get into this, because it's terrific. It really is.
The classes were wonderful, and we were glad that we found them.
Based on the enthusiasm and the willingness to participate by our 50-plus adults, I think this really is learning that will last a lifetime.
For more information about future technology classes, please call the Instructional Technology Center at 985-674-3534. Fontainebleau Junior High and Montleon Junior High both held their annual open house events recently. It was an opportunity for students to showcase their talents in a variety of ways. Band and choir performances, art shows, poetry readings, food, and silent auctions were all part of the evening. We begin with Fontainebleau Junior High School's Hurricane Highlights.
Hurricane Highlights 2008 will begin. Ready, 1, 2, 3. It kind of originated about 12 years ago when the school opened, and the administration at the school was trying to find a way to get the community involved in a very diverse school. And it really was a stroke of school community relations genius, because it took the communities of Mandeville and Abita and Bayou Lacombe at the time and kind of mixed everybody together in a way that parents enjoyed coming to school. You can find everything at Hurricane Highlights, everything from student performances like band and choir. Examples of student work are on display everywhere you go. There's a lot of students on campus who are part of the club organizations who are serving things, whether it be food or being part of the demonstration themselves, that may or may not be in the performance groups, but they are everywhere. Our artwork is just phenomenal. I mean, we've got a tremendous art program. So many of the things, it's all special, and so seeing it all is kind of what you want to do. You want to try to make a little bit of everything. It's kind of like a mini jazz fest without quite so much music. I love Hurricane Highlights, and I think I speak for a lot of folks around here. You know, the teacher corps here really took the goals of Hurricane Highlights and getting parents involved personally, and it's really through their efforts that the kids completely get into this, and the teachers have tremendous enthusiasm for what we do, and that's infectious. So the kids pick that up, and you see what they get to do, and it's they enjoy producing what goes on for tonight. They love taking ownership in it. It means a lot to them. They're really engaged in what we do because they know that an outside audience is going to see it, and they want to do good work for things that are going to be important to somebody else. We love it here. Hurricane Highlights is one of the big nights of our year, maybe the biggest.
Hurricane Highlights is the largest and most well-attended event held at Fontainebleau Junior High. We now go to Montleon Magic at Montleon Junior High School. As you will see, the night gave every student a chance to show off their talents to their parents and to the community.
It's a night that brings together the entire community, the students and their parents, and everybody really looks forward to it. It really is the highlight of our year. This event is really to showcase all of our student talents. Our home ec department does a fashion show in the gym where they wear the clothes that they themselves made. Everything that they do here, they are preparing and working within their curriculum area. It's a culmination of everything they've been doing since the beginning of the year. Science department made an inflatable planetarium, which is absolutely amazing. So the public will be able to go in and sit inside and have a guided tour of the stars tonight. Our jazz band will be performing, as well as our band. Student crafts all over. We also have this silent auction here in the library. We also have the Marlin Amazing Race, and we have students who will team with parents or other guardians, and they'll be going on a scavenger hunt all around campus. We have a coffee house where the students play acoustical music. Our chorus performs, our drama club performs, dance team, cheerleader, flag line. So we have performances going on all over the school.
I don't know of any one thing that outshines anything else. I think it's just great to have the whole community together and enjoying themselves.
Well, it really is a magical event, and the students just absolutely love preparing for this event. It really is the highlight of our year.
According to Donna Addison, a large part of the success of Montleon Magic is due to great parental involvement. Parents decorated for the evening, served barbecue dinners, hosted the coffee house, and ran the silent auction. Magnolia Trace Elementary also had a school-wide celebration recently. For its annual Cultural Arts Day, students traveled to Germany via crafts, activities, and presentations to learn how many things we see, do, and use every day that actually originated in Germany. From classical composers to the Black Forest, from a pretzel bakery to a teddy bear factory, students left school that day fully appreciating the impact of Germany on our culture.
This is our annual Cultural Arts Day. Every year we study a different country. This year we're traveling to Germany. The children are going to go to 12 different stations, and they're going to learn about the customs, inventions from Germany, food from Germany, music from Germany. Building the castle was wonderful. The children first learned about the castles from a video, and then they go outside and they actually build one hands-on. It's almost like putting a puzzle together with all the different parts. The X-ray, department was something that the kids just love. We have x-ray technicians in there working with them and showing them real x-rays. We have them all over the windows, and the kids can see what an x-ray really looks like, and then they talk about fixing the bones that are broken. Making their own pretzel was wonderful. They enjoyed playing with the dough, trying to flip it and spin it, and they learned how to twist it and make a real huge pretzel that they then got to eat. They all are getting to build a bear. Each child in the school is going to stuff a teddy bear. They're going to learn about the history of stuffed bears from Germany. The Papa band with the chicken dance is a lot of fun. They always enjoy that, and they're making their special alpine hats to go with that before they go in and do their dancing. The Autobahn that we have out there with real German cars, but they're also having Autobahn races with little toy cars that they're pushing each other. So it makes it real for them, and it makes it very memorable. They will learn and they'll remember.
Magnolia Trace has celebrated Cultural Arts Day every school year since the school began 9 years ago. Salmen High School's head basketball coach Jay Carlin made his 4th trip with his team to the top 28 basketball tournament. In spite of a loss to Perry Walker in the semifinals, Salmen finished with an impressive 31-4 record and was undefeated in district play. On their way to the top 28, Salmen beat defending state champion Peabody, who'd not lost the game in 2 years. Tiger Edwards takes us to this exciting event.
So you're Coach Jay Carlin and the Salmen Spartans, and you have just beat the #1 team in the state on Friday. Where are you going on Monday? Right here, the top 28 in Lafayette.
It's a great honor to be able to get a basketball team play at this level.
For all the perseverance we've done for the last 3 years of getting back from the storm, that win Friday night and getting here tonight is like the icing on the cake.
Some of you guys in here can talk about doing it, but are you going to do it?
The Salmen Spartans started the first half slow offensively, but hung in there defensively against a taller and more athletic Perry Walker team. But both teams suffered from big game jitters and not a lot of scoring going on in the first half. Salmen was unable to get into the rhythm that they displayed against the #1 ranked Peabody team that they upset 2 days earlier. In a half when you hold your opponent to 18 points, you think it's good defensively is what the Spartans did, but they only scored 7, so they're behind. Good news, it's only by 11. They're still in it. Both teams spent the third quarter trading baskets. Early in the fourth quarter, Salmen got a couple of three-pointers from R.J. Scott and one from Darren Populus to go on a 11-4 run. That cut the lead to 40-36. But then Perry Walker flexed its muscles and pulled away, sealing the victory.
We had a great season. We got into the playoffs and, had some great playoff games, and then, probably pulled off one of the biggest upsets in high school basketball playoff history with us beating Peabody. And, so there's a lot of fond memories.
Good news for Salmen basketball fans. 4 starters and key reserves will be returning to the team next year. The first person to fall victim to the Columbine High School shooting is still touching lives and making a powerful impact. on students in St. Tammany Parish. A program called Rachel's Challenge traveled to Fontainebleau Junior High to urge teenagers to strive for a classroom atmosphere of kindness and compassion to stem school violence. Rachel Scott was the first person killed at Columbine High School on April 20th, 1999. Her acts of kindness and compassion for others, along with the content of her 6 diaries, have become the foundation of a program which challenges students to show compassion to the people around them. Students sat mesmerized as scenes from the Columbine tragedy, along with pictures and words of Rachel, were combined in a powerful hour-long presentation.
Our assemblies today were incredibly well received by our students and faculty. They are thinking carefully about what went on. You know, this wasn't one of those assemblies where it was rah-rah the whole time. This was really rather thought-provoking in ways that I'm not sure the junior high kids think very often.
Rachel Scott had a theory that if one person can go out of their way to show compassion, then it will start a chain reaction of the same. It is this theory of performing random acts of kindness that is Rachel's challenge.
You know, it's not all about us all the time. And it's hard to have a junior high kid or even a high school student understand that. And, you know, I think it gives pause to think for them, even just for a moment, if they will think about others, keep in mind what this is all about.
After the school-wide assembly, a breakout session was held for selected students where, with the help of a team leader, they brainstormed ideas and strategies to keep the momentum of the day's events and Rachel's challenge alive.
They met with our speaker this afternoon and talked about forming a more permanent organization that can kind of meet the challenges Rachel has set forth for them, and also to keep that dream alive, and so that this is not just a one-day situation, but can be an ongoing situation for the rest of the year and maybe subsequent years.
Administrators hope that through Rachel's challenge, students realize that they as individuals can be good people, make good choices, and understand that they have the power to do the right thing for themselves and others. Rachel Scott was posthumously given the 2001 National Kindness Award for Student of the Year by the Acts of Kindness Association. In 2006, the National Education Association of New York awarded Rachel's challenge the Friend of Education Award. The Fontainebleau High School Jazz Ensemble 1 prepared for a national jazz competition and workshop recently with the help of a well-known New Orleans jazz artist. Channel 13 was there to capture the moment. The Fontainebleau High School Jazz Band had a visit from jazz musician Jason Marsalis, son of jazz great Ellis Marsalis. Marsalis was in town to give a few pointers to help the group fine-tune their performance before heading to Savannah, Georgia for the Swing Central Jazz Ensemble competition and festival.
When you're playing these charts and these arrangements and things, is to listen at how other people have played this music to give you a better idea about what it is that you should do.
Jason Marsalis is one of the clinicians for the festival, and they're sending him over here and they're paying him, and he's coming to work with the kids and give them pointers and help them establish a better feeling towards the music, and just whatever he can give us, we'll take.
I want to hear it a little bit slower, like right here.
10, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Lee Hicks hopes that this unique experience will make the kids better by giving them the experiences that they wouldn't normally get anywhere else.
It's about improving the kids and giving them something they can look back on 10, 20 years from now and say, I had an incredible high school experience when I was at Fontainebleau.
Play like the notes short.
We push them pretty hard here at Fontainebleau. I mean, our marching band and our symphonic bands are really strong, and this group is no exception to that. They work really hard.
Congratulations to the Jazz Ensemble 1 and director Lee Hicks for placing 4th out of the 12 bands invited to attend the national competition. North Shore High School band students also entertained a very special guest. Retired Colonel John Bourgeois, former conductor for the President's Own, the United States Marine Corps Band, shared musical advice and White House memories. The sound of music filling the band room of North Shore High School is not unusual. But on this day, the melodies played resounded in the ears of retired Colonel John Bourgeois. The Colonel visited the North Shore High Band to offer advice, answer questions, and share his experiences as the leader of the President's own United States Marine Band.
Somebody like him, we likened it to having Walter Cronkite come and speak to the journalism class, or Stephen Hawking talk to the math class. He is the premier band person in the country, so we were really excited to get him here today.
Colonel Bourgeois listened intently as the students played several songs. He paid close attention as the musicians interwove their instruments in a resounding performance, each piece of the band talking to one another in a dialogue of sound.
That's how music happens, because it's a dialogue, or a dialogue amongst everyone together. Everyone has to work together. It is true teamwork.
Part of the visit entailed a question and answer session where the students interacted with the music maestro. Band members had a chance to learn firsthand from a seasoned veteran who conducted the President's own Marine Band for 17 years.
When you have somebody like that in, you listen to him and get his expertise. I mean, he's been around music for so long, and he knows so much, such a breadth of knowledge that he brings. So it was good just to let the kids kind of have a back and forth with him, a dialogue. So that was a really exciting thing.
Before leaving, retired Colonel John Bourgeois reminded the students that their experience with music will be something that they can carry with them for the rest of their lives.
The thing is, career music, there's more than just a career in music. Music you can enjoy no matter what you do.
Colonel Bourgeois is a visiting professor at Loyola University in New Orleans. Alumni, friends, and family of Slidell High, you'll be interested in this next piece. The school is planning a Centennial celebration to mark its 100th birthday. There will be events throughout the year with a day-long celebration planned for March 28, 2009.
Today we're planning our celebration, 100-year celebration of Slidell High School, and trying to get together all the ideas that we have and the activities we're planning for this event. And also our theme is Tradition Touching Today.
The planning committee is currently working on quite a few projects to mark the occasion, including the installation of a Centennial garden, which will include personalized bricks which can be purchased in honor of an alumni or loved one. A collection of oral and written histories from alumni is also being archived. The school-wide celebration on March 28th will be for the entire community, with activities taking place throughout the entire school. Historical documentaries on the school will be shown. Remember When booths will be set up throughout the school depicting each decade.
And we'll have songs and music from that decade, people dressed in the time.
There will be dance contests, sporting events, theater and choir performances, food, music, and much, much more.
We're working on very hard to try and make it a memorable event.
So save the date, Saturday, March 28, 2009, and join Slidell High in its Centennial celebration. You can go to the Slidell High website for more information or contact the school office at 643-2992. Thanks for watching this edition of Chalk Talk. For information about our broadcast schedule, please go to our school system's website. Follow the link to Channel 13. Join us now for the sights and sounds at the College and Career Fair held recently at the Castine Center in Mandeville. High school students and their parents visited representatives from over 100 colleges and universities to discuss their programs.